evening. I wanted to outline a few of my thoughts regarding General Petraeus and his betrayal of the American ideal, um, his betrayal of what we are fighting for, his betrayal of the entire reason that we have troops in the Islamic world. Uh, if you haven't heard, Petraeus said that those people that were going to have a public display, a protest against Islam, they were going to burn the Quran, were putting our military in danger. Now, besides my revulsion at the idea that a military man would come in and discipline civilians and tell them that they were putting soldiers in danger. It's just the most disgusting idea. It's not his job to tell civilians what they should do or how they should express their free thoughts. It's the job of the military to protect the civilians. It's not the job of the civilians to be careful of what they say, lest our soldiers get hit by Islamists. Now, Petraeus has a shady history. He has pretty much, we don't, well, there's been rumors, or I don't know if they're rumors. I think it's pretty much clear, but some people might say it's rumors. But he's definitely said that Israel uh, is a burden, that is an obstacle to the military getting what it needs to get done. What is it that the military needs to get done? Because it just seems to me to be a little bit um, not clear. As far as I knew, we were supposed to be protecting the religious expression of those that aren't hostile to other people's religious expression. It seems to me that the military should be spreading freedom and free enterprise and all the good stuff that democracy comes with. It seems to me that this Petraeus guy is asking for us to sacrifice our our American ways for the good of fighting a war, which is supposed to support our American ways. Now, the argument back when Bush was president was that Guantanamo Bay, that um, t- treating the prisoners badly at Guantanamo would hurt our troops. And the arg- now the argument is that we have to take our citizens' rights away to protect our troops. Before, we were worried about protecting the rights of terrorists. Now they're trying to take the citizens' rights away. This mindset is completely arbitrary. It is orchestrated prejudice. We are supposed to be protecting civilians, not terrorists. Um, Petraeus just seems to be a really poor fit, and I have to wonder if what his real intentions are. Um, we seem to be a mercenary force working for Wahhabists, working for the Saudis, and encouraging Islamic ideals. That's not what we should be doing. We were attacked by Islamists. Um, am I the only one that feels this way? I mean, I know there are some 9/11 truthers out there, but most Americans believe that we were attacked by Al Qaeda, and yet here we are trying to uh, cater to the Islamic point of view constantly, as if we might offend them. And I really don't think that this is the way you win a war. I really don't think we're trying to win a war. I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to hurt our own cause. Um, Petraeus is, you know, he's Petraeus and his allies. What they are doing is they're saying that free expression and religion is the right of people that are from the Islamic Brotherhood and Hamas, and that they should have a right to build on the land right next to the World Trade Center because that's religious expression. But at the same time, they are going and trying to take the religious expression away from a church in Florida who chooses to express religiously their apprehension and fear of Islam, which is their belief. Now, personally, I don't believe that we have an open ended freedom of religion in America. What we have is freedom of what you think. You have a right to think anything you want. You have a right to think that I'm an asshole. You have a right to think, but if you actually go and try to tear me a second asshole, that's a practice. You do not have a right to practice your religion in such a way that hurts others. So there's a difference. Uh, for example, obviously you have to have permits and zoning laws for churches and synagogues. So there are limits to practice and activity when it comes to religion. We don't have completely free religious practice. We have religious thought. So the question is, do I support the burning of books? No, I don't actually. But if we're going to allow the Islamic Brotherhood and if we're going to allow Hamas to build a mosque at the World Trade Center, I certainly don't see how burning Korans is any different. It's obviously a practice that is a opinion, it's a belief, and obviously we have created the argument that what you do with your belief doesn't matter because religious toleration is completely infinite. But of course, none of this really matters because it's really just a group of people that are trying to push their prejudices and their biases, and it's orchestrated in such a way that there really isn't any logic to it. It's just abuse.